Welcome to my front porch, or what I like to call my garden. Most single girls I know live in apartments, but just because you live in an apartment or maybe even a small house doesn't mean you can't grow your own food. The secret is container gardening, and one of my favorite things to grow in containers are potatoes. So let's grow some potatoes. So to grow a potato, you just start with a potato. It doesn't matter what variety of potato you use, you can grow whichever ones you like, but it is important to use an organic potato because non-organic potatoes are treated with a chemical that prevents them from growing eyes. Let your potatoes get a little bit old, start growing a bunch of eyes, and then you'll want to cut them up so each of these eyes becomes a new potato plant. This is how you do it. With just any old knife, size up how your potato is, and then just start cutting. And you can kind of cut it in half, figure out where the eyes are. You want to make sure that you have a good chunk of potato left around where each of these eyes are, because that's the meat where the plant is going to grow. So you want to make sure that they have enough meat left over when you plant them. So now I've got 3 little eyes from 3 pieces of potatoes. And then each of these little eyes will grow into a brand new potato plant. And each of those potato plants will yield anywhere between 2 and 5 pounds of potatoes themselves. So you see, this is a really great way to get a lot of produce from just a little bit of stock inventory. So now we're ready to plant. Just a quick word, you'll see some people will actually say that to let the potatoes sit for 24 hours and dry out a little bit before you plant them to prevent the potato seed from molding. But I've tried it both ways and I haven't really found much difference between letting it sit 24 hours to dry out or just cutting it and planting. So try both ways, see what works best for you. So it's very easy to plant. I've got a container here. This is non-treated wood. It's important that it's non-treated wood. So any kind of pressure-treated wood, that the chemicals they use to treat wood will seep into your soil. So make sure it's non-pressure treated or non-treated wood. And I've got about 7 to 8 inches of garden soil in here. So I'm just going to nestle these guys in with the plant, the little eye, pointing up until it's covered. This pot is good enough, it's big enough for about 3 plants, so I'm just going to space them evenly around here. And then cover them loosely with soil. And now we're done for now. Now that we have our potatoes in the ground, it's time to give them a little bit of a drink. This just helps get them settled, give them a good head start. Now the waiting game happens. The way you get a really big yield from potatoes is a process called mounding up. So as soon as the plants get about 6 inches high, you're going to mound it with a little bit of dirt, the same garden soil you used before. And you're just going to mound it up right around those potato plants until there's only about 3 inches sticking out of the top. Now obviously I was just shoveling dirt into our container to give you an idea of how it should be done. But really what you'll want to do is wait until your potato plant is about 6 inches tall. And then you'll mound that up with dirt around the potato plant, covering about 3 inches of it. And then you would wait for that plant to grow another 3 inches, so it's again 6 inches tall, and then you would mound it up again, so covering up about 3 inches of the plant so that only 3 inches are showing. You continue that process of mounding up, and eventually all of those little places where leaves are coming out that are now buried in dirt, they're going to send out shoots, and all of those little shoots are going to become new potatoes. So I hope I've given you a little bit of inspiration and shown you just how easy it is to grow potatoes on your own patio. Once you harvest these, keep them in a cool, dry place and they will last you for weeks, if not months. And there are so many things you can make with this versatile little guy. You can make mashed potatoes, obviously. I've got some killer variations on mashed potato recipes I'll be showing on this website soon. Twice baked potatoes, soups, stews, really the possibilities are endless. So get out there and grow your own potatoes. See you next time.